a really hard-fought game. Southern Illinois is a really good team, athletic, physical. They probably shoot among the lowest number of shots from three-point range, but for good reason. They're strong, aggressive driving the ball. They're a very good passing team, a very good cutting team, athletic, and I'm really pleased that we had enough tough plays that we made, especially second half and overtime, to win the game. So I think they'll win a lot of games this year, and proud of our guys' effort and look forward to the game on Wednesday.
Hey, Coach Mooney, could you share your thoughts on how Eagle chipped in a pinch and then when Aiden did an OT in a pinch?
Well, I thought Jonathan was tremendous. There was a part of the game where he had defensive rebounds, assists, baskets, all kind of in one segment. I thought he was just outstanding. And I've said this a fair amount now. He's one of my favorite guys we've ever had here. He's among the best teammates we've ever had here. His team first mentality and his willingness to give everything he has all the time is just incredible. And he was great tonight, just terrific. And then Aiden, of course, that was really impressive, to have such command at such a young age, and confidence. He made all of his free throws in overtime, just as importantly, he gets to the free throw line so often. And I thought he was terrific. Will Johnston, I thought, carried, was really big for us at the late in the second half. So hopefully this idea of, having so many guys that help and contribute and can help us to win games, just continues to gain momentum.
Jonathan spoke about the step he's taken this year. Could you talk about that maybe? He's obviously been much more of a factor.
Yeah. Well, I think, because of this new way of doing everything, it used to be you'd probably give a little grace to a freshman. If as just an observer, you give a little grace to a freshman and recognize how steep the learning curve is and the physicality and whatnot. Now, the expectation, understandably, is the guys come in and do well because they're transferring and they were recruited again and they're earning income, and there's an expectation to do well. But in reality, we're still having guys who are new to Richmond and have to learn everything. There's an awful lot of responsibility for how we play, especially for the center. And I think that's, understandable. I think that he feels much more comfortable now, and he's so confident. But his effort has never been an issue, and his sense of being a teammate is just incredible, and that's always going to help someone, and I'm really happy for him that he's playing so well.
Southern Illinois is probably the second best team you've played this year. You guys were down 9 in the second half, fought back, won it pretty convincingly in overtime. Tell us what you learned about the team today.
Well, I think what I continue to learn is that if a guy, these guys are in for a little bit shorter shifts, certainly than before here. If a guy doesn't do something well, or something that really irritates the assistant coaches, he can go back in the game and play well, and so I think that might be. Maybe everybody knows that, and I haven't, but I feel like that is really a good thing. And when the guys come out of the game, you might get instruction and do this, and his teammates are picking him up, and he goes right back in the game. So I think for as much as I'm sure everybody wants to play more minutes, 40 minutes, but for as much as that, I'm sure you don't love coming out of the game. Going back into the game is that opportunity to reset yourself and go and be aggressive. So I've learned that. That's not specifically about our team, but I do think they have responded really well to that, to how we're operating.
Down 9, 16 minutes left. What did Richmond need at that point that you were able to bring?
I think we just needed a little bit of energy at the end of the day. I know we all had faith in each other, so just coming into the game, just try to bring as much energy as we can. I know that a lot of guys can make shots, so I felt pretty confident in that.
What did you learn about your team today? Because you hadn't been in one of these really, where you had to rally to win.
I think I've known that we had a lot of heart, but I think that this really showed it. I know when we played at Furman, we were down about 15 and we came back. We just can't get over the hump. I think this just showed we got over the hump, so I think that showed a lot of heart.
Was the first half, in your view, any sort of result of being off for a week and maybe just losing a little bit of edge, defensively especially?
Yeah, you could say that, but I think at the end of the day, we just got to be better. We're all old and mature. We know what we have to do, but I think it was a learning lesson at the end of the day.
Jonathan, can you tell us a little bit, as your second year in the system, how your confidence has grown in year two?
I mean, it's grown a lot, but also it's just the pride I have in this school. I love this school. I want Richmond to win. I think it's different coming back in year two. I went through a lot of hard times here, so just trying to win for the school as much as possible, that's just the main goal.
Why is it easier in year two? Everybody says that here.
I think just because growing up, as a big, you're always under the basket. It's more pick and roll. It's more just that you've done that stuff your whole life. Here, then you're told to get people involved and know who you're playing with. So I think it's just more of reacting instead of just. Last year, I think I was trying to make home run plays and try to just do too much at the end of the day. But now you just react and you know it's going to be there.
When did you feel as though it started clicking and you had a better idea what Coach Mooney wanted?
I think in the summer, when we came back for the summer, when we took that month off, just coming in, being able to run our plays, knowing everything that I have to do, it gave me a lot of confidence. And just like year two in the system, you're supposed to know what you're supposed to do.
Rarely is a technical foul a good thing, but I kind of felt like in the first half, your technical foul kind of ignited the team a little bit. Like it was almost like you were defending your guy.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what?
Yeah, I mean, they said a little something to Aiden, so I had to defend him. He's a freshman. He's going to be an amazing player. So I just had to stand up for my teammates right there. I feel like that's my job at the end of the day.
Did we see the full Augubright tonight? Is this a preview of things to come?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a preview, but he's going to be an amazing player. I mean, we see it every day in practice, the way he carries himself. I've been around a couple of good players, and the way he carries himself, it's really like them. So I think he's going to be an amazing player. I know he will.